Good morning. I'm Stephen Pruitt, President of the Southern Regional Education Board. Well, here we are. School is starting. Many of us are back in class. Many of us are in virtual environments. And a lot of us are in a hybrid environment where we're doing a little bit of both. Either way, the issue still stands true. And that is that our teachers are there to do the great job that they always do. As a way of starting the year, I'd like to just kind of remind you of a couple of things. First of all, I'm standing here in my office. And I have this picture that hangs over my desk all the time. This was done by a wonderful little artist named Nicole Agro. Nicole was actually a student at the Kentucky School for the Deaf. And in deaf culture, the butterfly signifies many things, freedom and self-transformation in particular. And she drew this self-portrait of herself to talk about how she actually has gone through her own self-transformation. Well, education is going through that now. We are having to transform into a new entity because of the COVID pandemic that we're in. But there's some things that stay true. The biggest things that stay true are the fact that we as teachers are there to support and to provide a better life for our students. So as we go into this, I know it's scary. I know it's horrifying in a lot of the things that we're doing. I know it's uncomfortable. I know we want to be back in class with our kids. But I want to really encourage you to think about it this way. That we go into this job because we do love those kids and because we want to provide them a better life. But also that now's the time at the beginning of the year as we reconfigure and as we go through our own self-transformation that we hold true to the things that actually put us there to start with. That we have a focus on the things that we cared about and a focus on what we do. I've been very lucky in my career in that I've gotten to be in the classroom with kids, and I've also been able to do things like at SREB and as the former Commissioner of Education in Kentucky. But one thing I always held true. Every decision I make, every time I have to, a really tough thing that I have to do, I have to remember the face of a child. So the other thing that I have that I keep in my office right over my desk is a shadow box from my days in the classroom. It's kind of hard to see this probably, but this is actually an exemplary of my classroom from the days gone by. It has the cover from my AP chemistry book. It has flags that I would put in my office or in my classroom when kids would go off to college. And it has a big lizard because I had a student one time tell me that chemistry was like a lizard. Every time he thought he got it, he realized he grabbed the tail and it broke off and it got away. We all laughed. But when I have hard decisions to make, it's the faces of these children, these students, that I go to. It's these faces that help me remember all the time that the decisions and the things that I'm doing are for them. So I want to encourage you, as we go into this new phase of education, find your focus. Find the thing that inspired you to become an educator to start with. Remember, we are the career that started all over others. We are the greatest and most noble profession. We are the ones that stand in the gap between ignorance and knowledge. We're the ones that stand in the gap between I can and I can't, between I'm possible and impossible. We are the ones who make sure that there were no students that will be invisible. We're the ones that will make sure that every single student has a voice and has an opportunity. So as you go into this year, as hard as it is and as scary as it can be, find your focus up front. And remember, we're here for those students. Thank you for what you do every day. Go into this with gusto and know that at the end of the day, we are here for the students, and know that we are going to make a difference in each child's life. Thank you for all you do and for all the work that you do on behalf of the students across the South and across the country. Have a great year.